I grew up poor and was poor through most of my life. I ain't never been so poor as to boil potato chips to make mashed potatoes.
What's up, everybody? My name is Sherry, and I want to welcome you to my show, When the Chef's Away. Is the person who normally cooks for you not around? Are you so tired of ordering out because maybe you're not the best chef, or you're tired of making the same old recipes over and over again? Don't worry, I got you. I created this show with the goal of teaching people how to make great tasting, easy, delicious meals. And I'm giving you a step-by-step guide. So no matter where you're at on your cooking journey, I should be able to help you out. And if you're looking for something new, every Wednesday I drop a new episode, which means I'm dropping a new recipe for you to learn. I hope that you join me on this journey that we're about to take. And I hope that you enjoy the recipes that we make. So let's get to cooking. Let's go.
When the chef's away, when the chef's away, you don't have to worry, no need to worry. With your girl Sherry, your girl Sherry, we'll make these meals easy.
What's up, everybody? My name is Sherry, and I want to welcome you to my show, When the Chef's Away. I'm so excited that you all decided to join me again today. Now, if you've been watching, you know that we're in a series of familiar holiday foods. Now, the meal that we're going to be making today, you can make it any point in time of the year. But I don't know about you. I don't want to sit down at any family holiday meal and not have mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear.
So today we're going to be making some delicious but very simple mashed potatoes. It is a staple for the holiday season, and I hope that you love it. Let's get started. So, to make these wonderful mashed potatoes, of course, we need some ingredients. So here are the ingredients that you're going to need. On top of those ingredients, we're going to need some appliances, y'all. So here are the appliances that I'm going to be using to make those delicious but very simple mashed potatoes. Okay, now that we know what we need, we have to see what we already have in our house. So let's check that out. Okay, so I have a lot of things already in the house. I've got the pan that we're going to be using to boil the potatoes. I've got the mixer that we're going to be using after the potatoes are done so that we can mix them and make them nice and perfect and mashed. And then I've got the seasonings that I need, such as the salt, the pepper, the parsley, the butter, and some minced garlic. But of course, I need milk and potatoes. So I have to go to the grocery store. So come with me to the grocery store while we get the remaining things that we need. Let's go.
Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you already know where I'm going. Aldi, they usually have the lowest prices and you can get the best bang for your buck, and the food tastes great when you cook it. So grab that reusable bag and the quarter that you should have in your car at all times, and you can grab some yellow potatoes or russet potatoes. You can also grab milk here, but instead I went to Walmart to get my milk.
Surprise, surprise.
As I stated before, you can go to Aldi to get your milk, but Aldi doesn't carry the smaller jugs of milk, and I don't use a lot of milk, so I didn't want to waste it. That's why I went to Walmart.
Okay, just got back from the grocery store and I have the milk and the potatoes. It's time to get cooking. But before we do that, we have to wash our hands because you don't want to be touching all this stuff when you was just outside. That's nasty. Okay, so we want to open this bag of potatoes up, and I'm going to take out 3 yellow potatoes. They can be different sizes. It's up to you. So I've got 3 different size yellow potatoes. Now I'm going to make sure to wash these potatoes off before we peel them. Now you may be wondering, why would I wash off potatoes when I'm about to peel them? Well, you never know what could be on these things. So it's good to just wash it off before you actually start peeling over the skin and then putting it back onto the potato that you're going to be cooking. So it's up to you. I decided to do it. Now it's time to peel your potatoes. A tip is to take a garbage can and peel the potatoes over the garbage can so that you're literally putting it into the garbage. You don't have to do an extra step. But for the sake of this show, I'm going to peel them onto the countertop, but I normally peel them over a garbage can. That's just me. Okay? So to peel the potatoes, you can either go the front ways and peel the skin off, or you can go the back way. Okay? I'll get a closer look for you all. You can either go the back way, or you can go the front way. Regardless of what you do, you just want to make sure that you're being careful. Because this is still sharp, like you could still cut yourself. So go slow if you've never used one before, okay? And if you never used one, I would go the front way. And you also don't have to take off all of the skin. I like to leave a little bit of the skin on it. So as you can see, like there's still a little bit of skin left on this potato, okay? And when you get done peeling one potato, you can just put some water into a bowl with the potato in it. Now this is about how much water you should put in the bowl. It should just cover up the potato that you put in there. You just want to leave it in there so it doesn't brown, okay? So after you do the first potato, you want to peel the second and third one. And something to note about the potatoes and how many potatoes you're supposed to use. The rule of thumb is for how many ever people you're making the mashed potatoes for, that's how many potatoes you're going to need. Now, I'm making this for myself, so I'm eating this today and then I'll eat some, tomorrow or whatever until I run out. That's why I'm doing 3 just for the show's purposes. But if I was making this for a family, I would be making more potatoes. So obviously I need to peel more potatoes because I need to make more mashed potatoes for more people. And again, once you get done, you just add it to that water. Okay, so after you've peeled all your potatoes, you're gonna wanna start to boil your water first. Okay, so to get started, we're gonna turn on our stovetop burner to medium heat and let that cook into its boiling water. So while we let the water boil, we now can cut up our potatoes that have been peeled into smaller pieces. This will make it easier for it to boil, and this will also make it easier for us to mash at the end. So you just want to start by making slices. They can be, not too big, not too skinny. And you want to go vertically, okay? So this would be how thick an end piece would look. This would be how thick a middle piece would look, okay? And then you want to cut them into little pieces. So you make a few more slices down the middle. And you can do this 1 at a time, or you can do it 2 at a time. It all depends on how okay with cutting you are. Then you turn to the other side and you make some more cuts. Your pieces should be about this big if it's from the middle, and like this big if it's from the sides. And once you get done cutting them, you add this back into the water. You just keep making these cuts until you're done with all of the potatoes. Okay, once you get done cutting, you'll leave it all in that water until the water is done boiling. And once you get done cutting your potatoes, you want to wash your hands again, okay? Okay, so when the water is boiling like this, you're going to drain the potato water that was in here, and then you're just going to add those potatoes to the boiling water. You stir the potatoes up just a little bit. Make sure they're not sticking together. You're separating everything. And then you'll let the potatoes boil until they're soft. So to check and see if the potatoes are done, you can find a potato. You can take a potato about this size and try and smash it with little to no force. So because it's not going through easily, we know that we need to cook it a little while longer. All right, so the potatoes should be good to go. Again, the way that you know, just kind of take a potato and see if you can slice it open easily. Clearly that was easy to smush. See that? I didn't really use a lot of force. You can do that. It's ready to make into mashed potatoes. Okay, so before we mix our boiled potatoes to make the mashed potatoes, we want to strain the water out of the pot. Now, before I strain the potatoes, I kind of want to let you know something. So to strain the potatoes, you will pour the potatoes and the water into a strainer like this over your sink. Now you want to make sure you got all the extra water out of this, and then you can pour it into the bowl that you plan to mix your potatoes in. Now originally I was going to use this mixer, this fancy appliance, but instead I'm just going to use what all people really need. It's just this part, okay? When you have a mixer like this, you'll take the attachments, where you basically add this to the bottom, okay? Add the other mixing pin in the bottom. Make sure you hear that click. And the way that you'll know that it's in right is when you press the mixing button. It doesn't fall out. Trust me, if you do not have these in securely, they will fall out. So you're basically at the end of the line now. We're almost done, y'all. So in order to make the mashed potatoes, we want to add in some milk and we want to add in some butter. Because I'm only making it worth 3 potatoes, I'm going to add in about 2 tablespoons of butter. If I was making more potatoes, I would add more butter. So basically look at it as 3 potatoes, 2 tablespoons. So for every 3 potatoes, 2 tablespoons of butter, okay? And then you'll just want to pour in a little bit of milk. This is why I did not get a big milk, because I don't drink milk often, and so I didn't see it necessary to actually get a huge jug of milk. A small one is all you're going to need, and I don't even know if I'm going to use this much. Now that you poured your milk in, you can also add your salt, pepper, and parsley too. Might as well. And then finally, you can add in a teaspoon of minced garlic. Okay, so now that you got all the ingredients in, you're gonna wanna mix it on low, so on like 1, okay? So after you whip your potatoes, it should look like this, okay? This is the consistency that you want. And then you can add any more garlic or any more of the salt or pepper or butter that you want to, or even more milk. But if you add too much milk or you over mix it, it will become, you know, not mashed potatoes, but something entirely different. And you stir in any salt or any extra things that you added in. And it's time to put it on a plate. All right, and this is the finished product when it's done. Okay, so let's give it a try. Ooh, yes. I feel like I say this every video. I am not supposed to eat all of this, but I'm sure about to when I turn this camera off. I don't be giving these rave reviews just because I'm making these videos, y'all. This is really good. It's perfect. Perfect potatoes. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good, y'all. I want to finish it, but I'm gonna do it after it's done. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoy learning how to make these delicious but very simple mashed potatoes. And I hope that you try to make it too. And tell me how it goes if you do make the potatoes, y'all. I want to hear how the experience went for you. If there were tips or things that you wish that I would have talked about, let me know. Talk to me in these comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my page. And I hope to see you next week because we're making another familiar holiday food. See you later. Bye.